Hey, gang, it's Dr. Brian McCarley with Doc About Town. We've got another episode here for you, and today we are at the Westfield CBD Store with the owner of the store, Lois Fisher.
Hi, Brian.
Hi,
Thanks
Lois.
For coming in.
Thanks for joining us. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking to get educated today. So, this is a beautiful store. Let's start with your story. How did you get started in this? What's your background and why CBD?
Well, Brian, I'm a registered nurse, first of all.
Oh, okay.
That's my training, and I've worked in the Ascension Healthcare Network for, longer than you want to know.
Okay.
Like 40 years almost. Anyway, about 10 years, I came down with some pretty profound arthritis in my neck and shoulders. It was very difficult to reach up to the monitors in ICU and PACU, and
Sure.
just really intense. I went to a chiropractor that helped some. I did the TENS unit and took Advil, but I thought I can't take Advil every day for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't want to kill my kidneys. So that was about the time CBD was being talked about.
Okay.
And so I tried it, and within a month I was pain-free, and I was like, this is legitimate. I'm going to study this as a nurse. So I looked into the science of it.
Good.
And then as I kept taking it, I noticed that I didn't have as much anxiety as I used to have.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, there's something to this. So then I started educating myself and learning about it. Once I learned about the endocannabinoid system and the real science behind it, I thought, I'm opening a store to educate and have a boutique-style store where people don't have to walk into a vape shop to buy high-quality CBD.
Sure.
And educate them and teach them why we all need it and help them find a product for their particular issues.
Okay.
So here I am, cool. 6 years later.
Here you are. That's right. Well, obviously you are doing well. 6 years you're into this, and you've got quite a selection here. Tell us a little bit about what is the endocannabinoid system. You used that term, and I, for the longest time, didn't even know how to pronounce that.
Right.
Tell us about that. Tell us a little of the science there, because I'm a science guy. I love the science.
Okay. Well, there's a poster over here if you want to move over here.
Okay, we can do that. Yep.
This poster tells us about it. It's the endocannabinoid system. We have a respiratory system. We have a skeletal system.
Mm-hmm.
And so that system modulates our body, puts us into balance and homeostasis.
Okay.
It also decreases inflammation. So that's why it helps my arthritis, because it decreases the inflammation through my neck and shoulders.
Sure.
And then it balances my nervous system. That's how it helps my anxiety.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to take medicines for those two things.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm so healthy. Otherwise, I don't take any medicine.
Sure.
So that's the system, and it's just like our skeletal, our skin, all of our different systems. And then here, this poster, I love this poster. All CBD is derived from the hemp plant.
Okay.
Let me get my husband. Will you have Tom come out and help you, please? I'm going to get my husband to help these customers.
Okay.
I don't know where he is right now.
What did you tell us right before we got here? You guys have been open 8 minutes. You'd already served 5 customers or something like that. That's crazy. And you're staying busy. That's good.
Well,
there's obviously a demand.
At this point, there are so many pharmaceuticals that are being linked to terrible side effects.
Sure.
Like, for instance, for sleep. People have taken Ambien for years, or they're taking Benadryl or melatonin.
Right.
Benadryl and Ambien and all of the anti-anxiety meds are now linked to Alzheimer's and memory loss. So I'll have people come in and say, I've been taking Ambien for 20 years and my doctor won't write for it anymore. And rightly so, because this is what's happening.
Sure.
And so they're able to find a product here that has no side effects. It heals their body as it's helping their sleep.
Okay.
So, and there are lots of products to choose from, with and without THC,
Sure.
Just a wide range of things. We also sell other things besides CBD, like adaptogens.
Okay.
That will help a person modulate their stress.
Okay.
Moonbeams that helps them sleep. Because I do have people that come in that once they realize they might test positive with some of my products for THC, then I lead them to the section that has no THC.
Okay, sure.
And many other products. Many companies are not testing for THC anymore, and I'm thrilled about that, because THC comes from marijuana.
Right.
But it's also in small amounts in the hemp plant, and we've learned how to extract it from hemp to make products.
Right.
You need CBD with it. Hi, Adam. You need CBD with it for most conditions like inflammation.
Okay.
But CBD all by itself will help inflammation as well.
Sure.
So I'm kind of rambling.
That's okay. So tell me this: you're talking about CBD and THC, and the one thing I'll say I think I know, but that I've been told is talking about cannabis versus hemp is the concentrations are different in the different plants, right? So hemp is more concentrated CBD and lower THC, where cannabis is the opposite. Is that right?
They're both cannabis plants.
Right. They're both in the cannabis family, but
family.
yeah. Okay.
And hemp, you
So
said
it's
it
different
exactly.
species.
You do know more than you
Well, I
thought.
thought maybe I do. Okay, sure.
Marijuana is mostly tetrahydrocannabinol, THC,
Okay.
also known as Delta 9. That's a buzzword now.
Okay, that's what we're okay.
And
we're getting
then
into that now.
hemp is mostly CBD with very little amounts of THC in it.
Okay.
Um,
Talk about those buzzwords. You just mentioned one, the Delta 9 versus Delta
okay.
8.
So Delta 9, it is the way it comes in the hemp and marijuana plant inherently.
Okay.
It's tetrahydrocannabinol. It's a certain molecular structure.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same cannabinoid, whether it's from either plant.
Okay.
It does the same thing.
Okay.
Delta 8, is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
Delta 8 is just hemp derived. And we actually take the main cannabinoid in hemp, CBD, we do apply heat to it to make it into Delta 8. So that is where you'll hear some people say, oh, Delta 8 is synthetic. It's not really synthetic. It comes from hemp. We do apply heat to make it into Delta 8 because that was our first loophole.
Sure.
Before we learned how to get the Delta 9 from hemp, we needed products with more THC.
Okay.
Some people don't sleep on just plain CBD, or it doesn't help their pain enough. You add in a little bit of THC, and it's just golden for their bodies.
Okay.
Like, for instance, myself, I take about 50 milligrams of CBD at night and 5 milligrams of THC. I don't take enough to make me high, or I just take enough to make me very relaxed, and I sleep like a baby.
Okay.
And as a postmenopausal woman, that is gold.
Okay, well, that's good to know. That's really good to know.
Because once we're out of estrogen and progesterone, we can't sleep.
Sure.
And the doctors have no answers for us.
Sure.
Except Ambien or Benadryl.
Okay.
And so
the application of heat is basically like the difference between eating a raw steak and a well done steak. Not that I would eat steak well done, but it's you're basically cooking the cannabinoid, right?
Michelle, he is brilliant.
I listen. I just listen, and
yes, you're exactly right.
So, okay.
And
well,
we offer both options here in our store.
Okay.
And many people will try both. Delta 8 works better for some folks, and Delta 9 works better for some folks.
Okay. So tell me about conditions. How would somebody who may be watching this listen to this and watch this and go, okay, I'm dealing with X, Y, or Z condition. What are the ones that you see the most frequently? You mentioned sleep. You mentioned anxiety. There we go. Sleep, pain. Look at that.
Three main reasons.
She has a sign. I didn't even know she had a sign.
3 main reasons people visit our store. Right here they are.
Sleep, pain, and anxiety. Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
And the same product can help all of these.
Okay.
You don't have to have a bunch of different products. CBD is just a marvelous compound and helps all of these.
Sure.
Now, if it doesn't help your sleep enough, we add in some THC. If you don't get drug tested at your workplace.
Yeah.
So.
How about that? That is really cool. So talk to me about, because there's a ton of SKUs here, obviously, a ton of products. Let's talk about some of the products you guys recommend. What are the ones you recommend most frequently, for example?
If a person comes in and they're like, I have arthritis, or let's say fibromyalgia, all of the many. Now, I must say that we don't make medical claims. We are not approved by the FDA. I want to put that disclaimer out there. Yep. But the proof is in the pudding.
Sure.
But I cannot make medical claims.
Sure.
But I can say it helps your inflammation, which is what arthritis is.
Right.
I can say it helps your nervousness, which is what anxiety is.
Sure.
And it definitely does that by balancing our body. So a person comes in and they have arthritis. Maybe they're, 60, 70. They don't want to do a lot of THC. Mm-hmm. I start them on just a regular full spectrum CBD gummy or oil, honey. People will put CBD honey in their tea at night to help their arthritis and help their sleep. This has no THC in it.
Okay.
This is just, you just put it in your
CBD.
Honey with CBD.
All right. Except I don't drink tea.
We also have many ways. Some people are afraid to ingest it. My generation, I'm 61. I was brainwashed to think that all cannabis was as bad as heroin. It's a drug. It's horrible.
Sure. A gateway drug.
There's no comparison.
Sure.
I'm a nurse of almost 40 years. I've taken care of so many people dead from drugs and alcohol. Mm-hmm. Never from cannabis. Never, not one time.
How about that?
It's amazing to me.
And
then the really bad rap, and it's a long political weird story why it all became illegal.
Sure.
But my scripture, I feel like it was put on the planet to heal our bodies. It's a plant. It's not a drug. So I'm grateful that is changing in our society now.
Sure.
So, and then we also...
Not bad for business either.
Not bad for business. But some people are because mentally they just can't wrap their brain around taking cannabinoids.
Sure.
So they'll soak in a CBD bath bomb for their arthritis.
Okay.
Or they'll apply a topical.
Okay.
And those are extremely
Which
effective.
I'm going to sidebar here. It's funny to me because people think, oh, I'm not ingesting it, except for the fact that the skin is the largest absorptive organ in
our
the body. You're still ingesting it. You're just not eating it.
I know.
Or drinking it. It's
I
still
know.
ingestion. But
I
anyway,
know.
it's just a sidebar.
I agree. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But however it helps them.
Yeah, that's cool.
We sell a lot of topicals, and I personally use both. I use a topical on my knee that I had a knee scope on years ago, and I put it on every morning with my lotion.
So that's actually an interesting distinction too, because doing a topical like that, you can focus it on an area, like you said, for your knee, versus doing a bath bomb or ingesting it. Now it's more global.
Yes.
You're getting more of a global effect rather than just a localized anti-inflammatory, for example, effect.
Yes, the bath bomb is great for like fibromyalgia, where they hurt all over.
Yep, widespread.
And then we cannot forget our precious pets, Brian.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're our children. We don't have two-legged kids. We just have four-legged kids.
Cats and dogs have the same endocannabinoid system we do.
Interesting.
So they suffer from the same things. You know, the separation anxiety, the storms, and their nervous system is overloaded with the sympathetic nervous system. You know all that stuff.
Yep.
And
Fight or flight. Yep.
This helps them calm down as well. We have a calming pet treat.
Isn't that great?
Chilling out.
Yeah.
And then when they get older and their joints are, they got the hip dysplasia, whatever happens with our different breeds of pets, we have a product with CBD and green lipid muscle in it. This is golden for a pet's joint.
Sure.
And then we have lots of small things you can test on your dogs and your kitty
cat. We might have to get a bag of the green stuff for Boomer.
And your kitty cat.
It's getting 11 years old. Yep. Yeah. Well, he's 11 and he's still running with her. He's still training for a marathon with her.
I love it.
Yeah. He's doing great, but he's getting a little slower to get out of bed in the mornings now. Yeah. But once he gets going, he does fine. But that might be something that would help him too.
I'll take a stash of those in my pocket while I run, and he can.
Yeah, it'll keep him rolling.
That's right.
Keep him rolling. Yeah, that's cool.
And one of the biggest trends this last year has been CBD and THC drinks.
Okay.
You're probably aware that there's a huge trend away from alcohol.
Yes.
I personally am thrilled with that. I don't ever drink alcohol. It's pure poison. So, I'm so happy with the amount of people that come in and say, COVID made me into an alcoholic, but I am getting away from that. I need help. Or just I'm drinking too much alcohol. I come home every night and hit the wine before I hardly get in the door. That's very popular in our society right now.
Sure.
But they're realizing it's a problem, and they're turning to these drinks. And you don't have to drink one that makes you high.
Right.
There are products here that have THC in them, drinks.
Okay.
But there are also many, many drinks. My favorite right here is this Strawberry Bliss CBD drink. It's delicious.
Huh.
It also has a tiny bit of kava in it. You're probably familiar with that herb.
Yep.
It's very relaxing.
Yep.
So this is a healthy drink.
More of those adaptogens.
Adaptogens,
Yep.
So
ashwagandha, kava, all the good stuff. Yeah.
For the people that want to feel like they're drinking something while their friends are drinking the poison of alcohol,
sure,
they can have this in their hand and have something that actually chills them out a little bit.
And there's no open container law against that either, is there?
No. I've
so I have
ingested this while I'm driving home from the store before.
There you go.
But don't tell anybody.
I think you just told a bunch of people. That's hilarious. So this is really cool. This has been really, really enlightening for me. And here's the other thing too. It's not something I would necessarily want to bring into our office as a product to sell, but it's nice to know you're here with the expertise that you have and the research that you've done, that I can send my patients to you and say, you need to go see Lois.
Absolutely.
Lois will not steer you wrong.
Being a nurse in this area, I do have quite a few doctors that send me customers.
That's awesome.
Because doctors don't have time to really discuss it with you in their office visit. They're too busy.
Sure.
And they don't know a lot about it.
Right.
So they'll say, go to this place in Westfield. She's a nurse. She'll help you.
Yeah. I love that.
They'll say things like, I can't say that it works, but I don't think it hurts. So try it. Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Right. Well, that's the avoidance of making a claim versus saying there's no risk. It's not going to hurt you. It might help you. It might not help you at all.
Right.
But there's no risk in trying it other than a little bit of money and a little bit of time.
Exactly.
And it's not that expensive.
No,
there's other things that are a lot more expensive.
When you consider the cost of a lot of prescriptions.
Oh, yes.
It's not that much.
Not just the monetary cost, but also the cost to your health. Like you were talking about the Ambien and things, talking about predisposing to Alzheimer's and other dementias. That's always something that you want to try to avoid if you can. A lot of risk in those kind of things.
And there are, to be fair, there are some people that say that CBD might cause some, well, it's not CBD, the THC might cause a few issues, but there again, moderation.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
not taking enough THC that makes me high.
Right.
I like to be in
Right.
control.
Right.
So I don't want to be high on anything, whether it's
Absolutely.
alcohol or THC or whatever.
Sure.
I want to be in control. So,
Sure.
and remember everything that happens around me. So I just take it at night to sleep, and during
Sure.
the daytime, I just take plain CBD.
Well, and that's one of the things too that we see it in our practice is that I can adjust someone literally till the cows come home over and over and over again. But if they're not getting good sleep at night, their body is not healing. That's when our bodies heal. And everyone wants to talk about REM sleep. Well, REM is not a restful stage of sleep. Your eyes are, it's called rapid eye movement stage. Your eyes are constantly moving. And a lot of people don't realize that your skeletal muscles become quasi-paralyzed during REM sleep. And they're stiff and they're rigid. That's not restful.
No, it's
So that's nice to know that I can send people to you and say, look, you need to go get some better sleep. Go see Lois, and she'll steer you in the right direction. So
yes, we
that's
have
awesome.
a sleep, and you don't have to do THC to sleep. We've
Right.
got a gummy over there with CBD, a sleep cannabinoid in it called CBN, and then it's got ashwagandha in it,
Okay.
lavender and passion flower,
Okay.
and it's a beautiful sleep gummy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to add for our viewers?
Well,
Anything we didn't cover?
I could talk all day about this,
I
but
picked
I
up on
won't.
that. I love
won't.
it. I love it. It's fantastic.
I'm very
Makes
passionate.
my job really easy.
I'm very passionate about getting people off of harmful, addictive pharmaceuticals
Sure.
and alcohol onto something that helps their health
Absolutely.
and doesn't have terrible side effects.
That's great.
So,
That's great. Tell us exactly where you're located so people can find you easily.
it's the Westfield CBD Store.
Uh-huh.
I say I'm on the Noblesville side of Westfield. I'm on 32 in the Kroger Strip Mall at 32 and Cary Road.
Okay.
And we're big sign outside. You can't miss this. We're right beside a nail salon, Kroger, Papa John's.
There you go.
So
And what are your hours?
we're open 7 days a week. We open every day at 9:30.
Okay.
Close at 7 Monday through Friday, 5 on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Great to know.
And I have wonderful employees. I'm here a lot. A lot of people want to talk to me because I'm a nurse. They want to tell me what meds they're on, and that's
Sure.
fine. But I'm not here every hour we're open. But you can make an appointment if you really want to talk to me. I'll make sure
Okay.
I'm here. Because
Fantastic.
I do still work a tiny bit as a nurse
Oh, you do?
at an
Okay.
outpatient surgery center because I love it.
Sure. Good for you. Well, it keeps you current too.
Keeps me current, and
That's
I
right.
love, helping people see better when they get a cataract surgery or whatever. It's
That's
fun.
awesome. That's fantastic. Lois, thank you for taking the time today to talk with us, and can't wait to see what kind of comments and responses we get from getting this video out there and let people learn a little bit more about CBD and the endocannabinoid system.
Well,
So,
thank you,
that's awesome.
Brian. I
Thank
think
you.
chiropractic is very important as well.
Well,
It's
that's
a
awesome.
wonderful tool in your holistic toolbox.
Thanks for saying that. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome, Brian.
As always, thanks for being here and watching today. Check it out with the Westfield CBD Store with Lois and her team here. If you're having sleep troubles, anxiety, pain, give her a call, stop in. They can help steer you in the right direction and maybe get a solution for you. So, as always, we want to take a second to thank Genesis Family Chiropractic and the Noblesville Elks Lodge, number 576, for sponsoring Doc About Town so we can bring this to you each and every week. If you have questions, comment below, reach out to Lois and her team, or ask us. We'll point you in the right direction. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon.